SummerSlam 2025 predictions. I'm Will. That's Brandon. We are the Cousins of Destruction Wrestling Podcast. As always, let's cheers, talk about some wrestling.
It quickly turned into a stipulation SummerSlam. Afterwards, we could talk about a SummerSlam switch up with all the title changes that might be happening. But this is going to be a good one. They've kind of coasted at times from Mania to SummerSlam. Now SummerSlam's here.
This is also going to be our first time that we keep track of our prediction winners. So we're going to actually have a tally on it. So it makes sense. This SummerSlam, there's a bunch of 50-50 up in the air. Who's going to win this thing? It feels like WWE PLEs are normally pretty predictable, but this time we have a bunch of unpredictability. So we thought it was a good time to go ahead and start that up as well. Let's get after it. Let's go night by night. We got official cards in terms of like what matches are going to be on what nights. We don't know official layout or, the order specifically, but we're going to go night one and then into night two. Make sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Women's Tag Titles, Roxanne, Raquel taking on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Who do you got winning?
Yeah, this honestly might be the opener. This might be the opener, or maybe Gunther Punk. I don't know. Well, I feel like one of those two. But either way, this is a match if you had asked me like a long time ago when Charlotte and Alexa first started. Yeah, I'm not really real excited for this. They could just not do this, and I would go with Roxanne and Raquel. But as time has gone on, as the heart has grown fonder of this new tag team, I'm picking Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I feel like this is the right way to go. I think everybody's really bought in on Charlotte Flair. I think everybody's bought in on Alexa Bliss. And you got to kind of keep that steam going. Judgment Day already has so many other storylines kind of hanging around. Finn trying to be the leader. Dom's IC championship. Does Liv make a return? You've got all these other things kind of clouding Judgment Day. And if Alexa and Charlotte just lose, what's really kind of next for them? So you could have Charlotte and Alexa go against the Kabuki Warriors or maybe an NXT team or Secret Service. I don't know. I don't really know any SmackDown teams that really stand a chance, but go ahead and give me Charlotte and Alexa on this one.
I think that this match comes down to the storylines of the two teams, and I think that the two team storylines are really completely separate. I think that we've built up Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to finally come together and actually be a tag team, and what better way to cement them than to have them win this match and become the champion. So I do have them. I think Roxanne and Raquel, the bigger storyline there is the overarching Dom and Liv thing going on. So you're going to eventually get things going on there. And we think that Liv may show up. So I don't know if she'll show up in this match, the Dom match, but if she does return to the WWE, that's where their story is going to kind of go. And it's going to be around the Liv Morgan stuff. So I think that in order to have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair finally come together and be one, what better way than to have them win the tag team championships?
Right? Yeah. And just for the record, I guess, like I don't have Liv returning in this match. That's not to say that Liv doesn't return, make an appearance, but I don't have anything with Liv in this match specifically.
I'm just saying that if she's going to come back, that's where the Roxanne Raquel storyline is going to be like involved with. So we're going to stick with them. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. I guess loser has to admit the other was correct stipulation at this point. Who do you have winning?
Yeah, it almost feels like there needs to be a stipulation on this one because you're just like, I mean, you've seen it a couple times.
Sami's on the card.
Yeah, exactly. So this one I'm going to go with the heart on this one. It doesn't make any sense. Am I probably going to regret this? Yeah, probably, but I'm going with Karrion Kross on this one. I think the storyline here would be Sami admits that Kross was right, and you get a more impactful, deep story regarding Sami Zayn, which is something I haven't been able to say in quite some time. It's just been the underdog. I'm your IC champion. I'm going to beat Gunther. Well, I beat Gunther, and then I was your best IC champion, and then I'm going to be a world champion. I can never really get the job done, and I'm just kind of tired of that. I really just want something different for Sami Zayn, so I feel like this is a great, easy way to kind of just get that, like a get-out-of-jail-free card. You have a chance to really change his character a little bit, and I think that's something that the audience really kind of wants from Sami. Like, I'm begging at this point. Give me something that's not underdog Sami.
Yeah, you're right. 100% of everything that you just said is 100% right. I agree with literally all of it. Sami Zayn's winning this match. You know why? It's Sami Zayn. And Karrion Kross still doesn't have a contract. We know the background stuff going on there. Do I think that he deserves a contract? Hell yeah. I think Karrion Kross is over and that we should actually be doing things with him. And this match would be a great opportunity to do some interesting things with both guys. Like you just said, maybe seeing a little bit of a heelish Sami Zayn, not full heel turn, but him questioning himself, and then Karrion Kross is like one of the kings at doing stuff with his character. Yeah, all that's out the window because I think it's Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, and he gonna win this match with a good old haluva kick, and that's gonna be that. Interesting? Nope. I hate having to pick it. I'm having Sami Zayn win it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said I'll probably regret my choice of Karrion Kross, but I'm gonna go with it. It just makes sense, which is why you're probably right.
Yep. Celebrity All-Star match. That's what we're gonna go ahead and call it. The tag team match here. We do have Jellyroll Jellyroll teaming up with Mr. RKO Randy Orton, taking on Drew McIntyre, hopefully, if he can get back into the States, and Mr. Logan Paul. Who do we have winning this tag team match?
Yeah, I feel like this one's a pretty easy one here. I got RK Roll winning this one. Jellyroll, Randy Orton, celebrities involved. They always win when they're in matches. That's just kind of what happens, and Jellyroll is probably going to pin Logan Paul. I think the bigger storyline is, does Drew McIntyre really make the match? I'm going to probably say they're going to be able to do it, but if not, you could even throw, like I've heard Miz's name being thrown around. You can throw him in there. Him and Logan have a history. Either way, doesn't matter. Jellyroll is going to pin Logan Paul and kind of humiliate Logan Paul, I've got a feeling.
Yeah, there's no way Jellyroll loses over 100 pounds. You have all this backing with his story and like the real life stuff that he's gone through, and they've kind of pushed that, and then they have him lose at SummerSlam. Not happening. Jellyroll's getting the win here. He's getting the pin here over Logan Paul, I presume. Like you said, though, I think the story here going into it's going to be, can Drew show up? Hopefully he does. I think they'll work it out. And worst case scenario is what I've seen floating around the ether being Jake Paul being the guy who fills in for it. I think that would be bad. But either way, walk into this with the idea that it means nothing and you'll probably have fun with it. That's what I'm going to do. Jellyroll and Randy Orton win this thing.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
That Jake Paul doesn't make any sense. You need another wrestler to help the match out.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
That would ruin it.
WWE Women's Title, Tiffany, Stratton, Jade, Cargill. Who do we have leaving SummerSlam? The champ.
Yeah, I think this one's a pretty fairly straightforward, pretty easy selection. Tiffany's reign has not been great at all. It is, I would say, better than what Io's was, because Io's was non-existent, but you look at Tiffany Stratton's track record and even like the Evolution stuff, you were just kind of like, and she just came out and it's Tiffy time, and that's really kind of all you got. You really didn't have a plan for her once she got that title. It's just like, okay, cool. We're here now. Now what? What's next, really? But the next big thing, Jade Cargill is there. She's the queen of the ring for a reason. I think they're going to basically pay that off. Why would they not? I think Jade Cargill gets this win here, and she's the new champ.
Yeah, I think this should be the easiest answer that they have. Like, I don't think that they should even test the idea of Tiffany keeping the belt, and that's absolutely nothing against Tiffany Stratton. Love her. We were big fans about getting her the belt to start this whole thing. I think that the title reign's been mad, but it's been a good first go for her. It's time for Jade Cargill to get that belt. She's only improved over the past few months. Ever since she came back, in my opinion, I think she's only improved. I think that she's over as hell. I think that it's time to give her the test of having a world championship, and then you can do a lot of fun stuff with her on SmackDown and maybe get back involved with the Bianca Naomi stuff down the line in some way, shape, or form. So I just think it's absolutely time. Storm's coming. Jade wins at SummerSlam.
Yeah, pretty fairly easy pick on that one.
I agree. Now this one, the men's world heavyweight championship. Gunther, CM Punk. Is CM Punk finally going to do it and win a title at SummerSlam?
Yeah, see, this is the tough one, because there's a real case to be made for Gunther. There's a real case to be made for CM Punk. There hasn't really been a ton of build-up, right? Because everything's been jam-packed. There's also a real strong case that you get some sort of cash-in potentially. Like, there's so many different possibilities that come out of this one. I talked about it a little bit while you were gone, and I'm going to just kind of keep the same sentiment here that I've kept for CM Punk. I'm picking CM Punk because I want CM Punk to win. That's my whole thought process. I'm pretty much like, hey, I want CM Punk to have the title. I've missed CM Punk having a title. I want somebody that can come out and cut great promos with anybody, really, because Gunther can. Don't get me wrong. Gunther has that ability, but lately, especially, it's been like the same thing. Like, oh, I beat Bill Goldberg. I bullied him. I beat Pat McAfee. I bullied him. I made Jey Uso pass out. And I'm just like, okay, well, I need something else. I need a little bit more substance. And you get that with CM Punk. I also think that really keeps the storyline going if Seth Rollins is legitimately injured like we think. CM Punk is able to conquer that. He's able to climb the mountaintop. He's able to become a champion. And Seth Rollins can't get the job done because Seth Rollins hurt. I think that really kind of progresses that storyline. And honestly, you give me CM Punk, I think the next challenger for that title should be Bron Breakker.
I completely agree, 100%. I do think that it is time to get CM Punk a title. And I love Gunther. I'm not going to hate on Gunther at all. I've liked his title reigns, honestly. But it's just time. You know, it really just feels like it's time. CM Punk is one of those guys where you never know. We have a young guy, younger than CM Punk guy, Seth Rollins. He keeps on getting injured, right? Well, CM Punk's an older guy who can get injured at any moment too. And we already experienced that in the Rumble 2 years ago. And it's like he's getting no younger. He's still that guy in the WWE right now who can give you 5-star matches, who is the most over guy in every crowd he walks out with, who still can cut a promo like no one else. Just do it before it's too late. Do it before we slip up. It's time. Give him the belt while Seth Rollins is out, while he is injured. It's time to give CM Punk the title here.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this match. This match has probably been the one I've thought about the most out of all the matches on the card. And like I said, I really want Bron Breakker to be feuding with CM Punk after this. And then I kind of want Bron Breakker to take that title from Punk. And I was just kind of thinking about this long-term wise. And then you have Seth Rollins cash in on Bron Breakker when Seth Rollins is healthy. Then you can really kind of go into Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker. Seth Rollins can say like, hey, I had to do this because you let me down. Like, you were supposed to make sure Punk wasn't champ while I was gone, while I was hurt. But now this is mine. Like, I had to do what I had to do. And then you can really kind of just lead right to that implosion of Bron Breakker, Seth Rollins right there.
Yeah, I think they have an opportunity here if they really wanted to. I think it's like my craziest hot take that going into SummerSlam would be for Bron Breakker's plan B to just be, screw you, Paul, give me the briefcase. I'm going in there and I'm going to be the one that cashes in right away. And Bron Breakker's the one that takes it off CM Punk. Then you kind of have, whenever Rollins does come back, he's kind of like, well, dude, what the hell are you doing here? You just took our group. We were supposed to be the future together. Not only that, but you took away my moment from getting the title, and you took away my moment from stealing that moment from CM Punk. So you took both of Seth Rollins's, both of his motivations from him as being somebody that he called up and put in the group himself. So I'm with you. I think that this, no matter what, if CM Punk wins, you can really boost Bron Breakker from the entire thing at the end of the day if you do it right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Either way sounds great. I like both ideas we just came.
I think we're both,
as long as we can just go head on Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker. I think
exactly. And I think we're both just at the point where like it's time to get the belt on Punk, and it's also time to just skyrocket Bron Breakker as much as you can. So that's where we should be aiming after SummerSlam.
Absolutely.
Then the main event, or I guess it's not confirmed yet, but whatever. We're back and forth on it. We're going to put it in the main event because it's Roman freaking Reigns, correct? We have the tag team match. We have Roman Reigns, Jey Uso taking on Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. Who is going to walk out of SummerSlam the victor?
Yeah, this one is 50-50. I would say you got two main event players, one on each team. I'd say you got Bron Breakker and Roman Reigns. Then you got a Yeet Man, a mascot, and I mean somebody that just takes shoes, I guess, but that's really all he does. Yeah. Like Bronson Reed doesn't do anything important, really.
Bugs people.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. If you had asked me before Raw, I would have said Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed definitely, because that faction kind of needed the juice and they needed something to feel legitimate. But I'm going Roman Reigns and Jey Uso just because I think it's hard to bet against Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I feel like that's like the mega powers team, right? Like that's like, boom, it's these guys. It's the most over guy in the company and it's Roman Reigns, or it's the most over guy in the company and it's Jey Uso. It really kind of just depends on who you ask in terms of who people love more sort of thing. So I'm going Jey Uso, Roman Reigns. I'm not confident on it because I do think Braun and Bronson need the win more. I would personally like it if they got the win, especially with Roman Reigns going away for a little bit. Plus, you could tease some cousin friction, right? Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and we could kind of maybe get that storyline. Like, you never apologize, you this, you that. But pretty much while you pick Sami Zayn, right? You're like, can't bet against Sami Zayn. That's how I feel about this.
I just spent a bunch of time talking about how much I love Braun Breaker and I want him to succeed and I want him to go into the title scene and all this stuff. I still just can't pick against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam this time around. It's going to be Roman Reigns and Jey Uso getting the win. If you ask me who should win, it should be Braun and Bronson Reed because I don't think Roman and Jey lose any steam from taking a loss here, and Braun and Bronson would only go up from doing it, but I just don't see it happening. And I think that Braun Breaker's moment might come down the line. We may get an introduction of Plan B at some point, but I can't talk myself into a reasoning here for why we don't have Roman Reigns posing at the end of this thing. As long as Braun Breaker looks great during the match, I'll take it as a win. But I'm picking Jey and Roman.
Yeah, and it's probably one of those things like there could be a potential Plan B, but after Monday, it's like almost like, why would you need a Plan B? Because they destroyed them. And honestly, like you look at it, you rank these guys, right? You got Roman 1, Braun Breaker maybe 2, maybe Jey. I don't really care. Those are toss up for 2, 3, whoever you want. And then all the way down at the bottom, there's a big gap between 3 and 4. Bronson Reed is kind of the odd man out here. I just feel like Bronson Reed's taking the pin.
Yeah. Oh, Bronson Reed's done. and Roman's probably taking his shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's probably getting his whole thing back there. Anyway, that was night 1. Good stuff. Let us know in the comments what you think on your night 1 predictions. Let's get to night 2. Do it like Jay style. We'll encore it. Night 2. We're going to start. Intercontinental title. Dirty Dom taking on AJ Styles, who's walking out of SummerSlam the champ.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth on this one. I'm just going to go with the heart on this one because it's Dom Mysterio. It's Dirty Dom. It's the most over Mysterio of all time, especially in AAA, right? Give me Dom Mysterio on this one. I think the bigger storyline for this, I mean, I guess AJ could win and this could still be the storyline, but here's where I have the Liv Morgan return. I think I have Roxanne coming out and Roxanne trying to stop AJ, trying to protect Dom once again. And then Liv Morgan comes out and Liv Morgan's like, no, you're not protecting Dom. That's my man sort of thing. I really kind of just like the idea of that. You might say, well, that just sounds like Dom's losing the title. Yeah, maybe so. But it's Dom Mysterio. I think with the AAA stuff coming up as well, screw it. Just give Dom 2 belts. Why not? 1 for each shoulder. He can just carry him. I don't really care. Give me Dom here. It's hard to go against the heart.
It's hard to go against the heart, but I'm doing it here. I hate to have to do it. I hate to have to be that man against Dirty Dom because I love the boy to death, but I do have AJ Styles winning this one because of everything that you just said. I do think that we get the Liv Morgan return with some Roxanne stuff going on already, and I do think we get the accidental cost from Liv Morgan on Dirty Dom Mysterio, and that's just going to catapult our Judgment Day storyline on Monday Night Raw, and it just makes sense because Judgment Day and Finn Balor is just going to be able to say, look, if you would have just listened to me, if you would have just had the help of Roxanne, you would still be champ. She walks back in here and screws it all up for you. Now you're the only one of us without a championship, and we get to going, right? So as much as I hate to do it, I got to go with AJ Styles over Dirty Dom. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're in the fan club anymore.
I might not be.
I think you're out of here. It's also one of those things that's like, the Dom is 2 completely different people. When he is in AAA versus when he is on WWE Raw or WWE PLE. He's completely different.
If he was performing in a place that didn't have a WWE logo on it right now, I'd be like, oh, he's winning this hands down. He's going to look phenomenal. Crowd's going to pop like crazy. Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things, too, that AJ probably needs one more run with, like, some sort of title, right? And this is kind of like an easy way to get that, and you can have him go against the likes of, like, a Sheamus or, like, a Finn or something like that.
You have him go against the likes of somebody who needs one more title to win a crown, to be a...
Well, you can't give away your other picks.
Huh? I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying that if you wanted to run John Cena down the line for the Intercontinental title, what are you hands on your face for?
You're giving away your picks.
I'm not giving away my picks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying that, what, you're going to have AJ Styles carry the belt for a week? He can carry it for a long time.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, John Cena's on SmackDown. How you get him over Raw?
He can be on whatever he wants. He's John Cena.
I'm just saying.
SmackDown Tag Team TLC. This one's going to steal the show. Guaranteed. It's going to be the most fun match of the weekend. We got Wyatt 6, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Gun, Fraxium, DIY, and Andrade, and Rey Fenix. Who's winning this one?
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably the easiest answer. Anybody but the Wyatt 6 for me would be awesome. So I got a 5 out of 6 chance to do this right, I guess. Give me Fraxium.
Fraxium.
Why not? I stuck with them before. I picked them before. Just give me Fraxium again. Why not?
Oh, you don't have any explanation?
Nope.
Just anybody but the Wyatt 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, I'm going with Andrade and Rey Fenix, and I'm kind of with you. There's not really any story purposes here other than the story of them being easily the best, like, up-and-coming tag team, newer tag team that just is incredible in the ring. I mean, LWO looked great recently as well, but I mean, I watch Andrade and Rey Fenix in that ring together so far over the past month, and I'm like, holy hell, these guys are absolutely insane. Both of them deserve a title. Andrade specifically, I mean, that man's been underutilized forever in the WWE. So throw a belt on him. You're in the SmackDown tag team division, so it's going to get bounce right back to somebody else in the next couple of weeks. They bounce those titles around all the time. I say give it to Andrade and Rey Fenix for a week, but I'm also with you. No one, anyone other than the Wyatt Six.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, bounce it back and forth. Like, it doesn't really matter who wins this one because they're going to keep running the tag team chaos on SmackDown, and like, okay, we'll just keep going.
It's going to be amazing. Any big spots you want to see?
I'm assuming Montez jumps off the top of the ladder.
Through another ladder.
I feel like that's a given.
It's going to be awesome. U.S. title steel cage match. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu. Who's winning this one?
Yeah, I bounce back and forth on this one because I feel like Solo Sikoa needs the win because the MFTs have looked just god-awful, and Jacob Fatu has looked like Superman, basically. So, with all that being said, I'm going Jacob Fatu on this one. I feel like it's a pretty easy choice. I mean, he's got all the new merch coming out anyway, so why not just give him another reason to have more merch? I feel like what we just said about the SmackDown tag titles, how they're just going to run this again and again and again and again. That's what we're going to get here. And if you just keep playing hot potato between Solo and Jacob back and forth, you can just kind of run this, I guess, till whenever. Jacob eventually will probably need some help on his side. A Tama Tonga returning. Probably not here, but somewhere, some way, somehow. He kind of needs some help. So go ahead and give me Jacob Fatu on this one.
I'm actually going to go Solo Sikoa. I think that the reason being should be that MFT has looked awful until now. And it makes sense for if this team has any sort of relevancy or any sort of actual, muscle on SmackDown, they should be able to handle this steel cage match. Steel cage ain't keeping anybody out in this day and age. It's got a freaking door on it. Nobody climbs to the outside of it anymore. It feels like every steel cage match, we have run-ins of some sort recently in the WWE, at least the ones from within the last couple of years. I think that you get Tama Tonga out there, you get everybody out there, and I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Jacob Fatu to handle this time around. Solo Sikoa gets a big win at SummerSlam, and the story coming out of it is going to be Jacob in his recruiting phase of his career and kind of being like, okay, maybe the Samoan Werewolf isn't enough for once, and I need some help. So I have Solo winning it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's definitely a back and forth on it because everything you said is true. But they've given me no reason to believe in the MFTs or Solo. So it's kind of like, well,
Solo. Solo's great.
Well, I mean, we know Solo's great, but they've given me no reason to think that.
Maybe The Miz will come out.
They've given me zero reason to think that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Women's Intercontinental title match. No DQ, no everything. And if Lyra loses, she can never challenge for Becky's title again. Who's winning it?
Yeah, I think if you'd asked me before Raw on Monday, I probably would have said Lyra's winning this. And the whole point has been to get Lyra the win at the end, and she stands tall and all that fun stuff. Well, I changed it. Now I'm going Becky Lynch on this one. I think Bayley's going to make some sort of appearance. I think Bayley's going to interfere in this match. There is no count out. There's no DQ, right? And Bayley's like, I just don't know. I kind of lost my way. Well, in the meantime of Becky Lynch and Lyra doing this whole thing, Lyra's become a star. And at this point, I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? I don't really know if she needs the IC title, to be honest. I kind of want to see her and Bayley just fight, to be honest, like a blood feud at the end of the day. And then Becky Lynch can challenge, I don't really care, somebody, whoever, I don't really care. I'm not the one that picks the matches. But Becky Lynch is continuing to do great heel work. Lyra's been really good on her own. I think her and Bayley is the way to go. And if Bayley interferes in this, and then Lyra gets the upper hand on Bayley, and then turns around and also gets the upper hand on Becky Lynch, I'll be like, well, I just saw her destroy both of them. What's to really make me buy into this with Bayley and Lyra? So for that reason, I got Becky Lynch winning this one.
Yeah, I have Becky Lynch winning it as well because I do think Bayley is going to get involved here and maybe turn heel once again. And I do think that the interesting stories to come out of this are going to be Bayley and Lyra just having a blood feud, which, is necessary, I feel like, at this point with how that feud's going overall. And then Becky Lynch's job should just be to do exactly what she just did to Lyra, to somebody else on the Raw roster. Immediately do the same thing. Pivot to someone else that needs a chance. I can't think of a name right off the top of my head. Maybe someone like a Kairi Sane that seems like she's this close. Or maybe you throw Stephanie into there right away and you start getting her some title belts under her. But either way, I think you have Becky go and try to build up somebody just like she did Lyra. You have Bayley and Lyra go off on their own feud outside of the Intercontinental title. Becky Lynch wins it.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do like an Asuka. You could do like Asuka Bayley or Asuka Becky again, like something like that. I think they'll probably save them. Maybe the Kabuki Warriors seem like they're pretty tight knit. Seem like they're kind of making that a thing. So.
Steph.
Well, I think Steph has bigger plans. I mean, Steph's got the title match at Clash in Paris.
Oh, you're right. I don't know. Just somebody. I'm sure if we dug into it at all, off the top of our heads, we're not doing too well. But I'm sure if we dug into it at all.
Nikki Bella.
But what if Rhea Ripley?
Nikki Bella.
If Rhea Ripley loses, she needs to go to some
Nikki Bella?
Of course, Nikki Bella.
Well, there you go.
She's got bigger things too.
She's not even on the card. She ain't got nothing.
Steph ain't either.
Well, she's got a match waiting for her.
Anyway, speaking of the Women's World Championship, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, who's walking out of SummerSlam, the women's champ.
Yeah, I think if you would have asked me this a while back, I would have said the same thing you said about Sami Zayn, the same thing you said about Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, which is why I'm picking Naomi. I'm going Naomi on this one. I think the character has been fantastic. It's been great. They've already hinted at her and Steph feuding for the title at Clash in Paris. Also, the heel champion on Raw just fits. I really don't want to see Io Sky champ again. Nothing against her, but they did nothing with her, so I've given them no reason for me to believe like, hey, this is going to be good. I can buy into this. Rhea Ripley, I still want Rhea to be away from the title for a little bit. Maybe you get Rhea versus Becky. Maybe Becky can fight with her, or maybe you get Io, Rhea somehow doing a tag team. They go after Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Who really knows, right? But I'm going Naomi on this one. It just makes sense. I picked Naomi to win Money in the Bank. I picked Naomi to cash in at Evolution. I'm just going to keep picking Naomi until she lets me down.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to imagine the first two-night SummerSlam not having a part where Rhea poses with the title after she just won it and us getting some pyro and she hasn't overcome, or she finally overcomes Io Sky and all this good stuff. But it's just too damn early to take the belt off Naomi. You cannot look at all this phenomenal work that she's been doing ever since her heel turn, finally put the belt on her in what was one of the greatest cash-ins ever, and then immediately rip the belt off at the first PLE she defends at. I'm not having it. Naomi's got to walk out as champion. I don't really know how you would do it or how it's going to go down or who she's going to pin exactly. I'm probably guessing Io maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Naomi needs to walk out champion. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some sort of like fluky finish, right? To where like Naomi's not going to definitively like hit her finish. Maybe Rhea hits a riptide on Io, and then you're like, oh my God, this is it. Rhea's going to finally beat Io. Naomi throws Rhea out of the ring. 1, 2, 3. That's how you get it.
Damn it. You know what? You know how Raw's going to be then? I was a second away from pinning Io Sky. I deserve my championship match. We'll have Naomi Rhea at the next PLE, baby. That's exactly how it's going to go.
No, because Naomi and Steph got to fight in Paris. Steph's probably taking that title off Naomi in Paris.
You acting like that couldn't be a triple threat match.
It shouldn't be.
Adam Pearce is going to be like, oh, you want this match? Okay.
It's official.
Main event of SummerSlam. Ever since John Cena came back and turned heel, he said that his goal is to ruin wrestling and to retire with the WWE Championship. And now we're getting his biggest test yet by far. WWE Championship match, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, SummerSlam. Who's walking out as champion?
God, this is a tough one. This really is a tough one, I think, for me. I don't know with this one either, because I think there's a really strong case for both. I think there's a strong case too. You can talk about Cody Rhodes. He's got his movie filming to do, right? So is he just going to take the title and he's just going to go off and do whatever? How's that going to work, right? John's been advertised for Clash in Paris, which is the next PLE. And sure, he could fight whoever. He could fight somebody random. But at the same time, I'm like, well, what kind of happens throughout the match to make you want to fight somebody? So with that being said, it's going to hurt me to say this one, and I really don't want to say it. I'm going John Cena on this one. Not real confident on this one. My whole thing was Cody's going to be the one to dethrone Cena. Cody's going to stand tall. Why would they not do that, right? But I'm just sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, it just makes too much sense. You could still have John turn back to the face side that we've been hinting at, and John can still win, and John can still be the champ, and he could be a face, and then he could come out on SmackDown and things are fine. So I'm going John. I'm not confident.
The easiest story to tell here is the one that everybody's been kind of predicting. You get some sort of double turn-ish of, within the match. You get Cody kind of tapping into a more aggressive attitude side while also making sure John Cena turns back to being a face. Cody Rhodes wins the thing, and then you have him posing and everything's reset. Cody's your champion moving forward. John Cena's a face. Now what do we do? That being said, it's so obvious that it sounds boring to me. And I think that we still get this double turn throughout the match of some sorts. I think we still get an attitude Cody and we get a face Cena. But for some reason, my gut is telling me John Cena's winning this thing. And we're going to get not only a face John Cena, we're going to get a champion face John Cena. And the tide is going to shift from us wanting to stop him from retiring as champion to us being like, hell yeah, my boy Cena should retire as champion. I think that that's going to be the change in pace. I can't tell you why. Something's going to go crazy during the street fight. I don't know if we're going to have run-ins from Travis Scott. Hopefully not. Or The Rock. I don't know. Randy Orton is people that they've been thrown out there. I don't know what the moment's going to be where Cody really takes this step and makes a decision. He probably hits him over the head with the belt again. I don't know. And I don't know how we're going to get John Cena to fully turn within the match. There's going to be cinema in this match. And as easy as the answer is Cody Rhodes is, my gut this entire week leading up to us doing this prediction has been like, I don't know, Will. I think John Cena is going to walk out as champion and that place is going to erupt. I'm picking Cena.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some sort of, the street fight stipulation, I think the way the match ends up going down is Cody maybe takes it too far to where you're like, oh, well, I feel bad for John now. Like, we should stop this. John, maybe in the last few months, he's been confused, but conflicted, but he doesn't deserve this sort of thing, right? And maybe you start getting that Super Cena back up a little bit. And then maybe Cena ends up taking out Rhodes with some sort of ridiculous finish, right? Like how we always used to see, like, when Cena got put through the light or whatever by Big Show or whatever, something like that, right? You have some sort of big spot to where John prevails, and then that gives you the chance to write Cody off for like a month for Cody's filming stuff, right? He can go film, and then he can eventually come back or whatever. But like John Cena slays the beast that's Cody Rhodes, which sounds weird in saying that. But then John stands tall and everybody's like, yeah, this is how it should be.
A little bit of my gut feeling has also been a reaction to their feud. I think that John Cena's weakest heel feud has been Cody Rhodes. As big as they are, like when you see their names up in lights and you see the cards at WrestleMania and here at SummerSlam, you look at it on paper and you're like, oh my God, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, this is awesome. And they have had some decent promos back and forth, but I don't know. There just seems to be missing an it factor to this feud. And Cody Rhodes, I don't think has really gone through the struggle to earn the title back yet. Like his best feature about Cody Rhodes is him chasing. And I don't think we've seen a good enough struggle of him returning to the chase yet. And I would rather him hit the attitude part of himself. And then we see the attitude Cody just build and build and build and build and build to a point where it's like this dude, the last thing that he's doing is winning this championship right now. Like he's slayed every beast. He's now proven everybody wrong in terms of his character and attitude. And now the last thing that we need to do is give him the belt again. And I think it's just too early right now to just throw it right back at him, because it's just like you lost at Mania. You immediately come back in the King of the Ring tournament, you win it, then you win the title again. It's just like, I don't know. That doesn't seem interesting enough for Cody Rhodes to retain again. Yeah,
and you really need him, like you're saying, to really drive into that attitude version. And the only way to keep doing that is if he, I don't know, kind of like a spoiled kid, right? Like kid doesn't get what he wants, and he's just going to get more and more mad and more upset, and he's going to go through great lengths. And at the same time, you said that like John and Cody's feels like it's missing like an it factor. I feel like that's probably on purpose. I mean, John is so smart at this point. Like you watch the promos back and they have everything so mapped out and planned out, and you see how they transition from one thing to the next. Like I wouldn't be surprised if John's like, yeah, basically, like, I'm not going to be that heelish, and then we're just going to slowly move it back to where, like, hey, he could be a face, and then, boom, it's face John Cena.
You could also, like, I know we're just rambling at this point, but we're excited. You could also have this be the catapult that lets you have Cody be his final match. You could run the third match as John Cena's final match, and then you have the next 4 or 5 months or whatever it is, and build that Cody Rhodes character, where after this, he could be like, he lost, and you can have guys like Drew McIntyre be like, bro, you couldn't even beat John Cena, and him just over and over, just knock down the dominoes, become the attitude, become the very well-rounded baby face with attitude and all that stuff, and then you can have him beat John Cena down the road again. I just feel like right now is not the time, honestly, and I think that, I think he's winning. I think John Cena's taking it.
Yeah, just have Dom be the one to beat John.
That's fair. There you go.
Down the road. Why not?
It fits. It has to be at a AAA promotion.
Yeah.
Or somewhere else.
Or
Couldn't
on
be
2K.
Yeah.
I'll play in
On
2K.
the Switch too.
I'll play in 2K.
That Roxanne just got him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, those are our SummerSlam 2025 predictions. In the comments, let us know what all your predictions are. We'd love to talk to you guys in the comment section. That would be absolutely great. And then if you want to come watch SummerSlam with us, we will be live on youtube.com/CODWrestlePod, as well as going live on TikTok and other stuff like that for the first time. Bear with us if there's any technical difficulties. It's our first time. You know us. But for everything else, it's at COD WrestlePod, COD WrestlePod. We have a link tree in our bio. It's got links to all of our social medias. Go ahead and follow all that stuff. Comment on those. We'd love to have you. But I'm Will. That's Brandon. We're the Cousins of Destruction Wrestling Podcast. We will see you next time.